This is why an African country cannot be a permanent member in the UN Security Council. I will tell you why. Before I tell you why, okay, watch this video so you understand where we are coming from. Watch it.
You cannot claim to be the United Nations while disregarding the voice of 54 nations. It is not possible. Africa is no longer willing to wait on the margins of global governance while decisions about peace, security, and development are made without our understanding, without our perspectives, and without our voice. Africa's exclusion is not only unacceptable, unfair, and grossly unjust, it also undermines the very credibility of the United Nations, this organization. Africa dominates most of the Security Council agenda, provides some of the largest contingents of UN peacekeeping forces, and bears the heaviest costs of instability. Yet we remain the only continent without a permanent seat at the main table where decisions about our destiny are made.
Okay, that is the president of Kenya telling them in the United Nations, we, Africa, remain the only continent that does not have a permanent seat in the UN Security Council. Why? I will tell you why. Because this is modern day Tankraya, where truth is made open. And I'm going to bisect it step by step for you. So get a pen and a paper, bring your family people, sit down, so I can teach you. Listen. For you who do not know what United Nations is, it's an international organization that maintains what peace and order. United Nations has different organs. It has 6 organs that makes up United Nations. What are these organs? You have the General Assembly. You have the UN Security Council. You have the International Court of Justice. You have the Secretariat. You have the Economic and Social Council. You have the Trusteeship Council. These organs makes up the United Nations. But in all these organs, one is the Mata. One is the strongest, and that is the UN Security Council. It's made up of 5 members. 5 members. Britain, United States of America, France, Russia, and China. No other person can join them. Do you know why this position is so attractive? If all the members of United Nations agrees on something, and one of these 5 persons that I mentioned say no, they will change the order. Just one. If one of them disagree, even if all the members of United Nations agree, it will not hold. If one agree. Why is it like that? I will teach you. Pay attention. You see, you cannot talk about United Nations without talking about how it came into existence. That is what we historians call what? A diagnostic process. So let me diagnose United Nations for you to understand better. United Nations came after what? League of Nations. League of Nations was an organization, an international organization that also was established to protect what? World peace and order. It was in the 1919 in the where? In France, in a place called what? The Paris Peace Conference, that the then United States of America President Woodrow Wilson convinced the idea and said, let us create an organization where we can protect the world peace and unity. And they said, okay, we are going to create it. And then on the 10th January 1920, League of Nations was created. But guess what? America was not a member. Why is it not a member? Even when it was their own president that convinced the idea, we can do this. And the idea was better, but yet they are not a member. That was one of the reasons that led to the failure of League of Nations. League of Nations failed. Why? Because Second World War happened. It happened. There was no world peace. Why? Because Italy was there trying to invade Ethiopia. Japan was invading countries. So Second World War happened. So League of Nations failed. After the Second World War, ended in 1945. The world came together again and said, okay, let us create another organization and call it what? United Nations, to prevent another world war. The world leaders met in San Francisco, United States of America, on the 26th of June, 1945. But officially, United Nations came into existence on the 24th of October, 1945. 50 charter members formed the United Nations. Listen, this is where the gist is. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Pay attention. This is where it is. 50 charter members formed the United Nations in 1945. Do you know how many African countries were there? Egypt, South Africa, Liberia, and Ethiopia. No other African country was there. Remember, in 1945, when United Nations was formed in 1945, you were still under colonization. You were not there when the structures, the organs, and the arms of United Nations was formed. You were not there. You were still under colonization. Countries like Kenya, Nigeria, and Ghana gained independence in 50s and 60s. You were not there when United Nations was formed. So when African countries regained independence and all joined fully, the organs of United Nations have been closed. You need to understand something. The position of the permanent members of United Nations is given to the victors of the World War II. The World War II victors, because history is written by the victors. Japan is not there. It was conquered. Germany is not there. She was conquered. Italy is not there. She was conquered. The victors are the permanent members of United Nations. Britain, France, Russia, and China, US. This, you need to understand that the Second World War was between the what? Ally and the Axis power. It is the part that won the war that now own United Nations. You can't be a member. You can't, because you were not there when it was formed. You can't. The position of the UN Security Council is not based on fairness. It's based on those that won the World War II. The military strength, your economic power. It's not based on fairness. You need to understand these African countries. You need to ask yourself, it is high time that we, the 54 independent African nations, Algeria, Angola, Benin, Botswana, Burundi, Burkina Faso, Chad, Cape Verde, Comoros, Cameroon, Central African Republic, Republic of Congo, Egypt, Djibouti, Equatorial Guinea, Eritrea, Eswatini, Ethiopia, Gabon, Gambia, Ghana, Guinea-Bissau. You need to come together and form a body, not a toothless bulldog body, no, like African Union, no. A strong body. Can't you see? So even if you go to United Nations today and give speech from now till next year, they won't listen to you because you don't have a place on that table. You don't have a place on that table. Okay, tomorrow they will make you a permanent member of League of United Nations. You still come and ask them for loan. You still come and beg for loan. You need to feed yourself first. Let's tell ourselves the truth. You need to prove it to yourselves. You need to prove it to us Africans, because your people are still traveling from the Mediterranean Sea and the Sahara Desert, begging to have a good life in Europe and America, and you want to have a permanent seat in that table. You cannot have a place there. You must fix Africa. We must create organization for us. Define it for us. We must tell ourselves the truth. That organization is not for us. It has never been for us. Wisdom Africa is the principal thing. The video is getting too lengthy. I don't want to make it too lengthy because there's other things I need to tell you. Other things that led to United Nations, but there's no more time. I love and I care about you, okay? Make sure you tag all these organizations on this video. Tag Very Dark Man. Tag Tunde Ednod. Tag African Union. They need to know the truth, and the truth shall set them free. Wisdom Africa is the principal thing. Join my WhatsApp platform so you can get free books, okay? I still go from school to school giving free books to African students. If you want to be part of it, you can support me financially so I can get book and go and give children. Support me financially. We need that. I love you and I care about you, okay? Request for book I will give you in less than 48 hours. For those who are on my platform, I've not responded to it because of my work. I close very late at work. But whenever I do have time, I will respond to you and I will teach you more. If you want more of something like this, comment Modern Day Time Crier, tell me more. and I'll tell you more. Wisdom Africa is a principal thing. Ha ha.